Let's go!
I was checking out the scouting report, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me.
Hey.
Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach G. Yeah, we live with your boy Monte.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Episode 60. 60. I said that. All right. This is The Rewind, brought to you by Global Sports Entertainment 3. The captain, the host of this luxurious, lovely pilot show and ship, Monty Moss. My co-host, BG Bryant Garvin, will be joining us momentarily, along with our lovely guest that we have that I won't say just yet. As you know, I will introduce her when the time is right. But tonight's going to be a very special episode because there's some things I may say that might just get us canceled. And it's worth it. 60, right? 60 episodes, episode a week, same place, same time, same platform. Also want to give a special shout out to our producer, Chris, who I'm sure is excited, as well as all of the great place of Canada, who has great border protection, great border patrol. Won't get into that. But they are officially in the game in terms of the WNBA, and that's, them being called the Toronto Tempo. Now, I don't know anything about Toronto Tempo yet. Neither does the WNBA World. But I'm sure this season will be electrifying for them in year one. They do have some decent pieces, I should say, to start their inaugural campaign as being another addition to the WNBA expansion team. However, we will just find out. If you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel at 31_GSC3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at 31_GSC3. All grace to the good Lord. Another opportunity to do this thing again, week in and week out. We couldn't do it without you all. Love. I did just see, I believe late last week, I think, that we got over 1,000 downloads or something on our audio platforms. I don't know if that's good or bad or not, because clearly I watch and critique and break down and find ways to improve this thing week in and week out. And I was just saying 1,000. I'm not sure that's good, but we celebrate small wins around here, so we'll celebrate that as a thank you to the people, the fans, the lovers, the supporters of the Rewind that love me and love Bryant and hate Bryant, or want him accelerated, death or exile, does not matter. It's all because of you, the support, the love, and it's free. Right? Those are choices that you make to like, to share, subscribe, post our stuff on your platform. So full of gratitude as always, full of grace, divine alignment. And we just going to keep this thing going. And I do want to give a special thank you to all those who have or have had, or family relatives that have or have experienced dealing with autism. This is Autism Awareness Month. And next week's episode, I will be wearing a special autism awareness shirt before the end of April is over. But autism is every month, in my opinion, not just April. But it's also something special, as my sister, my older sister, has some challenges and experiences from it, as well as my nephew, which has been a blessing to see his growth, not also within the church, but also him as a young man. Because, again, as a parent, I can only imagine what that's like. But it's so many different people out there, daughters, sons, that have to experience raising a child with autism. So, we like to share love on everything that we possibly can here on the Rewind. So wishing everyone a happy Autism Awareness Month. And thank you for the fight to continue to fight against autism, because we know that the cause and effect that it has on this thing we call life. Any other thing I want to cover? Well, the WNBA Draft was on Monday night, which we'll get into later on tonight. The Lakers and the NBA playoffs get ready to kick off, and not sure what we're going to do, but that'll be a discussion next week, because I promised some folks that I will get NBA talking here, and some folks have even messaged me and said that I don't talk about enough NHL hockey on this platform. Well, you picked the right night to come, because I myself will be giving the land of the law in the NHL world. And it probably won't have the Chicago Blackhawks in there because we just desperately suck this year. But that's okay. It's okay. We are trending in the right directions. Toronto Maple Leafs and, Edmonton Oilers, they have something else to say about that, of course. But, I do this thing where I do my best to reach out and offer, opportunities to be on a platform like this. This is a platform that's been built from the ground up. It is no highway or stairway to success. Well, we don't take the elevators here. We take the stairs. So we constantly growing, constantly climbing. And I reached out to this particular woman in sports, really smart, very educated. And I just loved her swag. But she has a different swag because she's from the South. So she brings a Southern swag. And just being able to get to know her over the last week or so has been truly, truly amazing because, we've been blessed to have women in sports on this platform. And we will continue to have women in sports on this platform because a woman's voice is important. I don't know about the relationship aspect, even though that is important for their voice to be heard. But we definitely want to have more and more. And I'm going to make it my mission to achieve and conquer and have more and more. So without further ado, let's get her in there. By the name of Brianna Meeks, is an emerging voice in sports media and broadcast journalism, currently studying at Southern University while also attending LSU. Go Tigers. She is the creator and the host of Are You Going Bald? Is that right? Thank God I got hair on my head. Where she brings personality, perspective, and engaging conversations to her audience. In addition to her on-air work, Brianna produces her own news packages showcasing her skills, both in front of and behind the camera. As a contributing writer for The Advocate, she covers sports with a sharp, authentic voice, adding written storytelling to her growing media portfolio. With experience across broadcasting, podcasting, and sports journalism, Brianna Meeks is a building dynamic presence in the next generation of media professionals. Now it is my honor and privilege to introduce on episode 60, LSU Go Tigers finest, Brianna Meeks is in the building. Brianna, what's up, Black Queen? What's good, Black Queen?
Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
You like that
it's
intro?
An honor.
You like that?
I love it. Oh my gosh. That was
we
great.
do our best. We got to make you feel at home, baby. We got to make you feel at home.
I see. I like that. I like you said a little swag,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do up there in the north, but
Whoa. What you trying to say? What? Oh, hold up. How we do it up north?
They cut different up there.
Oh, well, that might be true. That just might be true, cut north. But last time I was down in the South, man, you guys are you people are just so nice. So down to earth.
And people up north are mean.
I'm not mean at all. I'm not mean.
No, I don't think you're mean. I don't think you're mean.
Thank you. I appreciate that because, even some of the women I've interacted from the South, I mean, they're just, man, they just have a different way of doing things. And I just wish some of that would translate up north because, it's treacherous out here. It's all screwed up. Oh man, you lucky. We might have time to talk about that at the end of tonight's episode. Just might.
Got you.
We just might because I need to hear from a woman's perspective because maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah,
maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Men, yeah.
Whoa, man, what?
I feel like men are always wrong. That's just how it goes.
Oh shit.
But we, like you said, we're gonna get to it at the end of the episode because we get into this WNBA draft.
Yeah. The last woman I had up here that said, what did she say? She said what did she say? I think she said something like a woman's voice, a woman's opinion, a woman's word is always the last, something like that. And I was just like, I ain't like the way that sounded,
Oh,
but
really?
Tonight. Hell yeah. We're going to give you some grace tonight and we're going to take care of business. But of course, as you know, I have a co-pilot on this thing who I'm willing to bet who probably didn't even watch the draft. I wouldn't be surprised if he watched the draft. I will let him host a nice episode, and I will sit in the cut. He can do from start to finish if he's watched the draft. But let's get him in here. Chicago's finest, Temple alum, 4-time state champion, over 400 career wins in his co-head coaching basketball career. He's coached over 25 plus years, both football and basketball. And he's also inducted into the Newark Hall of Fame. Introducing to episode 60, it's BG Bryant Garvin. Bryant.
I watched the draft. I watched the draft for about a good 5-10 minutes with Coach Bush on Instagram Live. He said he was over there pressing buttons and shit. And then next thing you know, I see the draft, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, and I sat there, we chopped it up, and I watched the draft for a little bit. Other than that, you know, after the first 4 or 5 rounds, I was done. I couldn't
4 or 5 rounds is not even 5 rounds in a
well, you know, 4 or 5 picks. You know what I meant. But you know, well, you should figure it out. Anyway, but after seeing what I saw earlier today, with talking about Scissor's party, I just
whoa, easy. We want to get to that.
What is going on?
You want to get to that.
That piqued my interest.
Is that right? Is that right?
It piqued my interest. My antennas went up, and I was like, "Hey, let's get it rocking."
All right. Well, let's get this show on the road as we break down 2026 WNBA Draft from taking place on Monday night in New York. A lot of stars of what we know have turned their dreams into reality, and that is breaking down the first round. I can go second and third as I will later on, but the first round, no surprises. Actually, no surprise at all to me. Actually, there's a few surprises in the first round that we'll get ready to talk about. But going down the list from the first 15 picks in the first round, we know that Azzi Fudd was number 1, joining her backcourt partner in crime from UConn, Paige Bueckers, but of course Paige Bueckers. And there's been a lot of controversy, I should say, surrounding the number 1 pick by Dallas because, in my opinion, I believe Dallas needed a big in order to compete from where they were last year to improve going into this year for this upcoming year season's draft. But the GMs, the folks in the front office in Dallas, saw things differently as they drafted Paige Bueckers' girlfriend and backcourt partner in crime. Now, listen, there is no shade. There's no disrespect to Mrs. Fudd. She is a tremendous talent, a winner at UConn, national champion, came back from torn ACL injuries, same thing as Paige. And at the end of the day, if we're going to call it for what it is, if there's any time in sports, and Brian knows this very well from the politics side, from the football, with some of the picks the Bears have made in recent years, and we won't talk about that because we're talking about basketball. But when you are in a position for a number 1 pick and you look at your team from last year, what needs to improve, what's the best player available, if you're going to go in the guard direction, in my opinion, and this is just a fact actually, you go draft the best guard available. And the best guard available in this year's draft, no disrespect to Mrs. Fudd, of course, that's Olivia Miles out of former Notre Dame player, transferred to chasing that oil money down in Texas. And look, at the end of the day, TCU was a great place for her in terms of financial payoffs, of course, because, the bag she got at TCU was not the bag she would have received at Notre Dame. But it is a crime, Brianna. It is a crime to sit here and for Dallas Wings to draft Paige's girlfriend, because I was having a conversation prior to the draft, and someone asked me, they said, who do you think Dallas is going to draft? They should draft potentially Lauren Betts, the 6'9" out of UCLA, who's a star-studded big, in college, most dominant big, and then transitioning to the WNBA side. But I said, well, shit, if you're going to draft a guard, go get Olivia Miles. But then I said, you know what? Politics-wise, knowing Paige Bueckers is last year's number 1 pick for Dallas, she's going to go reunite and tell the front office or encourage the front office to draft her girlfriend. Now, what they don't understand is that you have now are a professional, right? And you're getting ready to walk into a locker room with other vets, other players in that Dallas Wings locker room. And it's a long season. And regardless of what happens off the court between them two, they have to be on the same page and play on the court. And the last thing I need to see is locker room breakdown, miscommunication, bad team chemistry. They're having issues. I mean, I can see it all now happening, and the season hasn't started yet. So, Brianna, give me your takeaway from UConn romance to Dallas Wings prominence, and that's Paige Bueckers and Azzi reuniting in the WNBA with the Dallas Wings. Like the pick or no?
Well, first of all, Azzi is a scorer, so you want to pick somebody that's going to score. She normally averaged about 17 points per game. And then as far as Paige Bueckers, her girlfriend being picked, I mean, you mentioned team chemistry, so why not pick somebody who's on the Dallas Wings team that is playing professionally? Why not pick somebody that you're familiar with playing? I think if they are both on the court at the same time, that will probably alter the rest of the court's dynamic in the game. So why not? I don't see a problem with it at all. Now, there is a lot of guards, but I feel like Azzi is she's not one-dimensional. She can move wherever. She just needs to score. So
right.
I really don't think it's a big deal. I think
it's great.
So
you're not wrong, but you also but for me, just hearing that, you're just not being as honest as I thought you would be, because we know that Dallas is guard heavy. We know that bringing in Fudd improves the 3-point shooting in the backcourt for Dallas. But you can't convince me that this pick as the number one, I would take Fudd. I would take Miles over Fudd any day. You talk about Dallas. Score. Olivia Miles was one of the top 3 guard scorers in the country.
So if they put Olivia Miles with Dallas Wing, okay.
Yeah, okay. She's seeing it. It's coming to her.
Hold on. If they put her but you're saying that there's already a whole bunch of guards. I mean, they need Olivia Miles on that team to do her magic. Like, I feel like they were very strategic in who they were picking for the draft. They need Olivia Miles with that team. Whoever Azzi is fine where she's at. Okay,
Brian. So strategically. Strategically, she's got me stuttering because this is I can't believe this. Strategically, Brian, you with all the off the court stuff that we know between the two, right? From UConn playing with each other to fast forward Paige being the number 1 pick last year, then Azzi being the number 1 pick this year. You don't think there is do you think this pick helps Dallas to win now?
No, because here's a reason. If you have a team full of guards, then out of all those guards, you get 17 points. It just doesn't make any sense. You're missing a big. They should have drafted Betts, because if you look at the dynamic of a basketball team, guards going to win your games, and they're winning some games. But bigs, they're basically going to win your championships. If you got a 6'7" young lady down there dominating the boards, and she's scoring 17 points around the rim, then you're going to collapse the defense, and you're going to leave those guards open for wide open shots. So that's a big miss by them. I'm definitely going UCLA heavy. It took me one game to see what those girls was doing, and I said there's no one that's going to beat that team because they're really big, and and that was a solid team in the front court. And it's unfortunate, but I understand they politicize, which a lot of coaches do. They politicize picks for whatever reason, but long term is going to bite them in the ass unless they do some trading and some stuff down the line and kind of empty out the guard play and bring in some bigs and and kind of reconfigure their team. But right now, this is probably out of 60 shows, this is probably the first time I agree with Monty of saying that it's you need balance on the basketball team. You just really do.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's very rare that you have a team full of guards that you wind up winning. And we did it once, but we haven't done it since. So it's a once in a lifetime thing.
I don't think you're wrong, Brianna. I'm not saying you're wrong with Fudd going 1. My argument is if you're going to draft a guard, regardless of fit, because we don't know how Fudd will balance with the other 4 or the other 12 or on a roster, right? It sounds good on paper because he's reunited with Paige. But my point is, if you're going to go draft a guard, you go get the best guard available in the draft. And the best guard available is Olivia Miles. Now, it's a slam dunk for Minnesota because Minnesota is coming off a long and great postseason season last year where they were knocking on the door for the WNBA Finals. And on top of that, you get a healthy Nafisa Collier back, and you put that wisdom and you put that leadership and experience into Olivia, where now if you're Coach Reeves for the Minnesota Lynx, you now have the option to play Olivia Miles off the ball, which we haven't seen as much from her when she was at Notre Dame with Hannah Adobo in the backcourt. That is exciting too. I'm happy with that pick for Olivia because at the end of the day, Dallas is not there yet. And I mean, they had a decent draft. I will probably give them a C+, and that's probably being just a little bit obnoxious, probably a C average because of what the team needs coming into the draft. And you, as being in the front office, you have to put the best pieces together in terms of the draft to help improve your team once the draft night is over. Do I think Dallas has got better since this draft? A little bit. Do I think Minnesota's gotten better? Absolutely. That puts them right back into position to go on another run, and that's to get to another WNBA Finals. Now, everyone else has improved also. I mean, Lauren Betts dropping to 4 was a shocker. I would have thought Seattle would potentially get her at 3, but I know that, Awafam has been electrifying in Spain, and we know the overseas basketball world is improving and coming into the WNBA year in and year out. So that's good to see, right? But I think when I go down this list, and there's a particular girl that Brianna may know because she's down there in LSU. Go Tigers! It's Miss Flau'jae. I call her Flau'jae.
Yes.
Flau'jae Johnson, who was drafted to Golden State, but due to Seattle having the draft rights, she's now in Seattle, which I think is a perfect fit for her to be in at 5'10", being arguably you could say, she's probably the second best shooting guard coming into this draft. But with her capabilities of being able to create her own shot, which we've seen at South Carolina, which we've seen at LSU, how impressed were you to see Miss Flau'jae be drafted to Seattle? And what are your expectations for her in year 1 in Seattle?
I think my expectations from her, defensively wise, okay, I can't say that because I feel like from watching her, especially against South Carolina, she's a hustler. She hustles for the ball and she never gives up. And but I do feel like defensive wise, she can do a little bit better. I think she's great offensively, but trying to get to the ball, staying low, just being aware in that moment on defense, I think I want to see her do better in that aspect because I think she's great offensively. She's very she flows with it. It looks like it comes easy to her on offensive side, but as far as defense, I would like to see more. Even as far as getting rebounds as well. I think LSU struggled with that this year for sure. So.
It's funny you say that because I think for Seattle, with her being at 5'10", Seattle roster with this pick, this roster has something that Seattle didn't have last year. And I do believe that with how she plays on the defensive side, playing as a pro at LSU and of course at South Carolina, I do believe that this is a great addition for the Seattle Storm. She's had the defensive presence. She can play both sides of the ball, 94 feet, I think, which is also pretty astonishing. And I think just the joy to sum this all together, for her to bring her little brother on stage with her to celebrate that moment of being drafted, I do believe that that's a special moment. And that's what it's really all about. I mean, the people that have been there with you through the early mornings, the late nights, when you play like shit in the game, when you've had 30 points, the support system, your support system is key, because at the end of the day, not everybody is meant to make it with you to the end of your journey. And not everybody's going on that ride. I mean, you have to let some people off at different stops. That's just the evolution, the way of life. So I am happy for Seattle. I do believe this puts them in contention to compete going into this upcoming season. And look, Seattle, slam dunk. A plus, really. I'm just A minus. Shame on me. A plus pick with this one, and I do like to see what she can do with Seattle. But steal of the first round for me, Brianna, and you can either agree or disagree. It is Raven Johnson. I don't know how she dropped to 10. I really just don't know how. I can't wrap my head around how Raven Johnson, with her ability and her way of scoring and what she does on the court, drops to 10. But what a steal it is for Indiana Fever to strike gold once again, improving the backcourt, and, of course, reuniting with her South Carolina teammate, who Brian loves, and that is Aaliyah Boston.
Absolutely.
Now, we do know that Raven Johnson was a 1,000-point scorer during her NCAA women's career. Has a high basketball IQ. Her scoring average is doubled from the year before going into this year before transitioning to the WNBA. She improved her three-point shooting by over 10% from the field. And on top of that, what better way to have than to have the person that Bryant loves so much? That's Caitlin Clark. So Indiana Fever, A+ with this pick. Couldn't have struck gold anymore with South Carolina's former Raven Johnson. But Brianna, agree or disagree? How much do you like Johnson joining Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark in Indiana?
I don't agree.
Oh,
I don't agree because the will of will she get
Tell me
play
why.
time? Will she get
Yes.
play time?
Yes,
But
she
you
will.
have Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
You have Aaliyah Boston.
Okay.
You have who else? Dang, that's the only two.
That is an elite backcourt that you've just added with Johnson coming to Indiana. Indiana gets better. She doesn't come to Indiana and sit on a bench. No.
I just hope she has a place there at Indiana. I feel like she would shine more if she. Maybe she will. Maybe I'm just saying at the top of my head. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know, because I just feel like everybody's so focused on Caitlin Clark. I don't know.
And that's okay. Look, one of the things that Indiana struggled with last year, that was she didn't have the balance in the backcourt. That was one of Indiana's struggles. I mean, even with the loss of Caitlin Clark when she got injured last season, Aaliyah Boston had to pretty much pick up the slack and then some. Now, it was impressive to see Indiana do what they did going into the postseason and winning, even not having Caitlin Clark. And the fact that, listen, Indiana, let's not forget, Indiana gave Aces hell in the WNBA playoffs last year without Caitlin Clark. So you bring back a healthy Caitlin Clark this year. You add, of course, a dominant, good guard, high IQ motor with Raven Johnson to the mix. Now, the season kicks off in a few weeks. From now and then, what does that look like in terms of practice, in terms of chemistry? That will come with game speed in terms of them. And they know each other very well, Raven Johnson and Caitlin. I mean, they were enemies. They were enemies. But I'm just saying, it's a plus for Indiana. Bryant knows. Well, he's seen it.
Okay. Well, he's
seen it.
He's a coach.
She's going to play.
It's at a point. It's at a point where this is going to help them, especially Caitlin Clark, and this is why.
Okay.
They got a viewpoint of how to play without Caitlin Clark, and basically they went far. So it basically shows you that they can play without her and keep Caitlin Clark off the ball. You don't have to have the ball in Caitlin Clark's hand 70% of the time. So now Caitlin can play more now off the ball and use her as a scorer and not too much of so much energy on the offensive end. And defensively, you know that you got to find a way to hide her because she's not a great defender. So now you have two studs on there that can basically help her hide, and I think it's a plus for them. And now it's going to showcase her that now she can really do a thing, and she don't have to exhaust herself. And last year I made a comment and I said that Caitlin Clark is going to wind up getting hurt by the way she's playing, and then next thing you know, she wound up getting hurt. So now that won't happen this year because of this one draft pick. It's going to give her more time, more rest, and she don't have to do too much. And last year she did everything. This year she don't have to do as much as she did last year. So that's going to improve her game by bringing one more person. Now, do they still have more misses? Yes, they need one more. If they get that one more big, that front court, if they fix that, this Indiana's going to be tough. They're already tough now with this pick, but
yes, they are.
So Brianna, let me ask you. Since you disagree, right? what grade would you give Indiana? And my second question to you is, since you disagree with the pick of Johnson joining Aaliyah Boston, Indiana, who would you have preferred to see go to Indiana from what the previous picks were in this first round? I mean, because you can't say Kiki Rice out of UCLA because, again, you're looking at in terms of must win, fits the culture, better potential, better on court chemistry. It's Raven. Like, there's no one else I think you can put at 10 to be like, you know what, this right here is a perfect fit for Indiana, perfect pick. You can't, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
go ahead. Tell me. Tell us. Tell me first.
Okay, just based off what you guys just said, like you said, that they're already a pretty strong team. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if Caitlin Clark gets in the game and we put Raven Johnson at what point guard, Caitlin Clark sometimes she does her own thing with the ball. Like, will Raven Johnson be able to even score? Like, that's just how I'm thinking. I just don't see it. And I see her maybe with Los Angeles Sparks.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the Sparks didn't have a first-round draft pick. So she would have felt – look, even with the talent of Raven Johnson, she's a first-rounder. Hands down. She's a first-round draft pick.
Right.
There's no way she falls to 2. I mean, I was surprised she fell to 10. But that's a blessing for Indiana to be able to acquire her because – listen, you have Lauren Betts at 4 who went to Washington. You have Gabriela Jacquez who went 5 to Chicago, which is a good pick for Chicago, her being a 2 guard. You had Kiki Rice out of UCLA who went to Toronto Tempo, who I think what a perfect player to have build and start your dynasty and your franchise with the addition of Kiki Rice because Kiki Rice is a baller at 5'11". Then you have Flau'jae at 8. You have Angela, who went to Washington, another good pick by them. Raven at 9. Cody McMahon at 11. Neil at 12 from France, small forward. So, again, like we look at the first round, and I'm just saying, even if we were to play devil's advocate and move some pieces around, there's not another player I would see at 10 for Indiana not to draft besides Raven Johnson because that's the next best. See, Indiana did what they were supposed to. You draft the next best available. Raven Johnson was the next best available guard at that time with Kiki going at 6, which opened doors for Indiana to come in there and steal her. I mean, and then you get a plus because now you've partnered her with Aaliyah Boston. They've been in Final Fours together. They've won national championship together. So, I mean, we talk about, Azzi and Paige reuniting. Why not advocate for Raven Johnson and Aaliyah Boston to reunite together? I mean, there's not a scissors party there.
I have my personal thoughts.
I'm just saying. Yeah, personal thoughts.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, I do.
Look,
I will not
look,
say it right now, but
All right. All right. All right.
Monty, you talking about Scissors Party? 80% of it is a Scissors
no.
Party,
I
bro.
have my personal.
It's just-
But
You
that's
know,
what you guys say.
I'm not against women. I'm all for women couples. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's love. If love is love. Love wins.
Why it gotta be a scissor party though?
I mean, what else you gonna call it?
You call it no. This is women's basketball. They're doing this.
It
shit on
is.
the court.
It
This
is.
ain't no damn scissor party. That's not
So
what it's about.
So we gonna ignore the fact of all these couples that we have in the WNBA in the league. We gonna ignore that?
I mean, we ain't gonna ignore it, but it ain't the.
Is
it
that
ain't
by
the
accident?
Main, it ain't
No,
the
it's
main
not.
idea.
No, it's not. I mean, look, I would love to see those folks in action on the court. I'm all for that W. I mean, I made it my mission to go to more games this upcoming season. I mean, of course, the league is getting better. The revenue sky high. Everything is plus. It's going in the right direction. I just what you do off the court and in the bed sheets ain't got to do with me.
Exactly. So.
Okay,
piggyback. Like I said, I don't think Raven should be on Indiana Fever because Caitlin Clark is already pretty dominant, and Raven Johnson is dominant as well. And she needs to be on a place where she's able to, where she can control the floor when she's coming down. I feel like she's not going to be able to do that because Caitlin Clark is on the court.
Okay, so you don't think them two can play with each other side by side?
No, because Caitlin Clark was trying to play in my girl's face. Hell no.
You talking about the past? This is the present.
Nah. She tried to play in my girl face. She needs to be on a team where she's able to, because she's great at what she does. So she needs to be able to have that floor where she can take control. She's not going to be able to do that with the already set team like that. That's why I feel like she's not. Because Caitlin Clark, she's a great shooter. She does her thing. You got Aaliyah Boston. She's a great ass big. So I'm just saying, like, for Raven, I just felt like it was hard for, and they might even put her at a 3. They might not even put her at a 1.
Raven will be the one. It'll be a combo.
She would probably not even be a point guard. She might even be.
She gonna be the point. Look, you have Caitlin starting, right? You have Raven at the 2, or vice versa. I mean, look, we know Caitlin is more dangerous off the ball than on ball. And Indiana can run so much more sets for Caitlin off the ball where you can free her up. She loves to shoot from deep, right?
And Caitlin gets a little, first of all, she on her shit. Absolutely. But I do feel like, she just sometimes she can come down the court and shoot a halfway shot and makes it. So if that's going on at the end of the game, where does Raven come in, like, what, defensive wise? Yes. But as far as bringing the ball down the court, you can't really do much if Caitlin Clark can just dribble the ball and just make a damn 3. Now it's time to get back on defense.
I like Bree. She just don't want to see.
That's not.
She don't want to see Raven in Indiana, and that's okay.
She needs to be.
That's
where
okay.
Is that on the court, off the court beef still rolling from LSU?
No, it's not.
No, it's not, because honestly, when they play each other, I root for both teams. I'm sorry.
See that right there is part of the problem.
Because
part of the problem.
I'm about Black women empowerment. That's why.
So am I.
In South Carolina,
I'm all for that.
They be on their shit. I mean, and now they play ass this year, but they didn't do what the fuck they were supposed to do. But that's okay, because they made it to the final rounds and they beat UConn and then fuck it up with UCLA. I'm fucking
best team in America.
Best team in America. And they have that freshman on South Carolina. I mean, I don't know why she ain't put her in the game as much. I don't know, but that's just my opinion.
All right. It's one team I do want to talk about, and that's the Washington Mystics, who I believe, in my opinion, struck gold in this year's draft. This has been A+ A at most draft for the Washington Mystics, because we know last year they were one of the worst teams in the WNBA, but they had 4 first-round draft picks at 4, 9, and 11. Of course, Lauren Betts at 6'7", UCLA, Angela Duclair 6'4", UCLA, Cotty McMahon, Cassandra Prosper, Drianna Buggs, Rory Harmon. I've talked about her. Let me finish. Rory Harmon, who is a defensive specialist and a defensive pest at Texas. She plays unselfish and plays with passion. We see that this past year, especially in a tournament for Texas. Yes, Rory Harmon's at 5'6". Yes, they question her size. Yes, they question her ability. But end of the way, you can't take away from the astonishing and her most accomplishing career at Texas in her years there. Because look, Rory Harmon wasn't sound. We know Texas was just as lethal and dangerous with Madison Brooks at the helm. But this right here for Washington, having 4 first-round draft picks to set the tone for the organization, strike gold with the best big in the draft, who I think will have a really, really, really good, if not great, WNBA career, and that's Lauren Betts. If you don't know Lauren Betts, please go look at the tape from her at UCLA. But more importantly, look at the tape from her during the UCLA's run to the Final Four with how she can run the floor, how she can get at the rim, block shots, how she's so energetic. She can shoot the ball from mid-range. She can pop out to the three. She has a really nice soft touchdown at the rim. That is some of the things that Washington lacked last year. Bringing in a player like Betts takes the pressure off. And look, they're not bringing in no slouches either. So Washington, in my opinion, this is the most team I have been impressed with in this year's WNBA draft. Because listen, anytime you have 4 first-round draft picks, you better strike gold and hit. And they struck gold with Lauren Betts, but I do believe they struck gold also with bringing her UCA partner in crime, Douglas, McMahon, Prosper. And look, Roy Harmon being the last pick in the 3rd round for the Mystics, I'm not sure how far her ceiling is in the league. But if we're talking about Hana Hadabo potentially being in the next year's draft, Roy Harmon definitely can make her case on there, because not also can she shoot, she can handle the ball. Her size, who cares? Bryant knows somebody who was questioned about his size all his 4 years in his high school career and still went on to the collegiate level and still was able to be successful and win. So it's a team sport, but shout out to the Washington Mystics on striking gold. A+, 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 A+. Now, changing gears, because we're going to a topic that I'm sure Brianna will love to talk about, and I know Bryant will have a thing to say. Definitely. I would be surprised if he didn't have a thing to say. And that is Sir LeBron James. Now, I let this slide. I can't even say let this slide. I've just chosen not to talk about it because I just didn't think it was necessary to talk about it. But talking to Brianna early in the week, she said, there's something I want to talk about. And I said, well, what is that, Brianna? We can change things up, of course. We like to give our guests some love and make them feel welcome at home. And she said, well, I want to talk about LeBron's comments about Memphis. I said, oh, yeah? Well, comments about Memphis was this. During a casual appearance on a golf YouTube show, LeBron opened up saying he doesn't enjoy playing in Memphis, even suggesting that the Memphis Grizzlies should relocate. He also mentioned that he doesn't like trips, like being in Memphis on a random Thursday. What is that? And even said the team should consider moving to Nashville. He also grouped Memphis with Milwaukee as cities he doesn't like playing in at this particular stage in his career, being 41. Pointing to things like travel, hotel stays, and grind of the season. Now, I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to say this. Is it a disrespect to the city of Memphis? Is it a disrespect to the fan base of the Memphis Grizzlies? But then he tried to reel his comment back in once it went viral, once everybody started having their opinion on it, saying that he did not say that the city itself was trash, but he just doesn't like the travel in those particular cities. Now, Brianna, you have been all over this prior to tonight's episode, so I will give you first crack. What are your, thoughts, I should say, on LeBron's comments about playing in Memphis and that the Memphis Grizzlies should consider moving to Nashville?
Okay, it's been a hot topic on TikTok, and they even interview the kids, the old people on LeBron. There's even fans saying they're not even a LeBron fan anymore. They don't even want to watch him no more because he said he does not want to travel to Memphis. Now, I think people are taking it personally because they think it's a connotation behind what he's saying, because they're saying that Memphis is a black city and that he doesn't want to play with he doesn't want to play where it's a city where black people is very heavily populated. I don't see. Well, first of all, we don't even really know the real reason why he's saying that. I mean, he's a black man. Sure, he can say that he do not have to play. He don't want to play in Memphis. But them moving to a different state, I don't agree with that, because Memphis is Memphis for a reason. That is basketball, 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 basketball. I don't agree with that. And then it's like, why would you say some shit like that? What are you trying to say about Memphis any fucking ways? What are you trying to say? And then also, they didn't like the fact that he was golfing with some Caucasians and talking about Memphis. I think that really set it off, because some people get around certain folks and act funny, but who knows? Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't.
Now, I love Nashville. I will say that publicly. I love Nashville. I love Memphis too. All right. I think the Grizzlies organization has took a 360 with all the carnage and the turmoil of Ja Morant. And I feel like the organization has had their mojo and juice sucked right out of them, because they haven't been able to get back to the level of where they once was, with Zach Randolph, with Marc Gasol, with Mike Conley, with winning over 50 games in the West, from getting to Western Conference Finals in the playoffs to being a pretty much a predominant team in the West. Now that whole thing has changed. We've seen, recent talks of Ja Morant possibly leaving. Where does Memphis go? Relocate? They tear the team up, rebuild it again. So, look, I don't know how much I could agree or disagree. LeBron's 40 now, 41. He's still playing at somewhat of a high level. I know LeBron fans are very sensitive when he says certain things. They agree, like he's never wrong. But I don't know. Brian, you've been to Memphis. You understand Memphis a little bit more than I do. So do you think it's a disrespect to the city, to the organization? Is it just like, who wants to play in Memphis on a Wednesday night? I mean, what is it?
Well, Memphis is like my second home, right next door to Mississippi. So, my other part of my family lives there, and it does just keep it a buck. It's ghetto. I get it.
But ain't nothing wrong with ghetto.
It's ghetto, but here's the thing. Chicago is in the Bulls play in the northwest side of Chicago, and that's ghetto. So most of the inner city teams are in the ghetto. So I don't understand why he's actually saying it. Maybe he's trying to protect his son because his son is ass. I don't know. But it's Memphis has its good spots. It has its bad. It's like any other freaking city. So I love Memphis. I love Memphis. You know what I mean? But then I could hate Memphis. The barbecue is off the hook. But at the end of the day, to make a comment like that is just stupid. Nashville is the cream la crop. It's chilled, it's laid back, more of the family type atmosphere. You know what I mean? But yet Nashville can get down in certain spots. So it's just all depending on where you go. He just don't like where the stadium is located. Man, look, guess what? Chicago's in the middle. It's just what it is.
Right. At the end of the day, you are a professional basketball player. Yes. Do your job. There are probably hundreds of players in the league that don't like to go to this city, that city. The list goes on. But just because LeBron said it, let's make a big deal about it. Look, you're getting paid a lot of money to fly top line, to be around the best trainers, the best doctors. Yes, you're 41, but you sound like a naggy old-ass man that don't want to go to Memphis or Milwaukee or Chicago. Who cares?
His son is
Who
ass.
cares?
That's what it is.
Who cares about the city of – God damn, who cares?
He's trying to protect his son because his son is doo-doo. I can say that now because his son is ass. I waited long enough. You know what I mean? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Everybody talk about his ticker. God bless him. But at the end of the day, it's been 3-4 years now. he stinks.
No, he hasn't been in the league 3 years. He's in year 2.
It seems like it's 2, 3. He stinks. He stinks and he doesn't belong. I'm done.
Look, I'm just saying there are people out there that would be dying to live the life LeBron is living, and that's to play in the NBA and play at a high level. But listen, no shade to Memphis. They need to figure it out because right now they stink, and they've been stinking. I mean, firing Taylor Jenkins was mistake number 1, and then you bring in a guy who doesn't even get along with your star player. So the hell with the city. Shout out to Memphis. Love the city. Love the. I almost said something.
Yeah.
Love the barbecue. Love the vibe. Love the atmosphere. It can get a little crazy if you go somewhere you're not supposed to be, but that's everywhere. That's everywhere. But at the end of the day, the Grizzlies, you got to do better. And Memphis, you got to do better too as a city because you got to make it appealing. You got to make it an attraction. But who the hell wants to go to Memphis? I could walk down 2 blocks and get shot at, robbed at, pulled over. I'm just saying. Memphis.
Okay,
Memphis
well they need to fix the blight in their area. They just need to.
They need some better police presence in Memphis. That's the hell they need. Police presence.
You can't get any worse than what was the Prudential Center? That's in the middle of friggin' Newark.
No. I can walk to Prudential Center and be.
Wait a minute. Why can you walk
downtown Newark? Is not Memphis.
Right. Why can you walk in the middle? How many police officers are there sitting there in the middle of Newark? Can you walk there without them?
Hell yeah, I can.
You can. Yeah, you're right. You can. I can. She can.
Wait, I couldn't. I'm Brian.
Don't worry.
You can
breathe. You be good.
We know.
Trust me. You be good. You be good.
You'll be fine. But you know what we're talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
It's so many police officers there that the whole city can get robbed, and that one spot would be the safest place.
Well. Listen, the biggest robbery comes from City Hall.
Hey, look. Well, now
I mean, and look, and they doing that without a gun, without police brutality.
Look, the elections are coming up
next month. The next month. I'm just saying. Shout out to Donna Jackson running for council. Yeah, shout out to Donna, man. Love her spirit, love her energy. Shout out to Jamar. I don't like to get involved in politics. I've already found myself in it, some form of fashion. But at the end of the day, ignore our ignorance, okay? We're taking nothing away from LeBron or his comment. But I think Brianna was a little touched because it's Memphis, and Memphis has it means something. It means something.
People just saying that when black people get money, they start acting funny. That's all.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's it. That's
true. That's true. You ain't lying. That's all you can say. All right, now I've been getting attacked by some folks, and I don't like it. All right. When someone attacks me, I like to attack back. All right, but I got to be very cautious about my next moves because folks have called me out and said that I don't talk about hockey. The NHL on this platform, and part of me wants to say you a damn lie, but part of me wants to say you could be. You're right. You're right. We've been tied to college basketball, the tournament, college football, NFL season. I mean, we talked about hockey last year in the playoffs and predominantly in the Stanley Cup. But I can't believe y'all said that about me. But that goes to show that y'all actually watched this episodes. And there's some things that I discussed that you may not like. So tell me. And you know what? I'm in a mood where I'm going to give the people what they want, and I'm going to answer the request and take on the challenge. And we're gonna get into NHL. So bear with me, you guys. We're just sitting the cut because I need to handle this from home. We know that the Eastern Conference and Western Conference playoffs are getting ready to tip off round 1 And we also know that the Chicago Hawks are down 2-1. We're not going to talk about that. So we get ready to look at the standings for this year, and we know that somehow, some way, I thought that the Chicago Blackhawks would be in contention, but clearly they're not. But Colorado Avalanche, I want to give a special shout out to them. I am just amazed about what they have done this year, leading the league with 119 total points, 54 wins, 16 losses. Carolina right behind them at 113, 53, and 22. The Dallas Stars. Hopefully the Dallas Wings can do what the Dallas Stars are doing, and that's win over 50 games. They're at 50 and 22. So we know that the Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm looking on this list, and I see them. The Toronto Maple Leafs, oh, shit. They better than the Blackhawks? Oh, damn. Well, yeah, Chris, I know. So gearing up for the NHL playoffs, we will you know what? I'm going to do this right. I'm going to do this prior to the first round of the NHL playoffs, where I will have the floor to do what I want when I want to do it. But right now, it's just not the time. It's not the time. I will come back to this. Might be next week. Might be the week after that. Let me see. First round kicks off. Actually, playoffs start on Saturday. So you know what? I'm going to do you one better. Next week, here, same place, same time, I'm going to break down round one, and we're going to take a dive through the playoffs as I will give you who I like to come out of the East and come out of the West to get to the Stanley Cup playoff. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But now it's time for Bryant's favorite segment, his favorite part of the show. He only shows up for this, Brianna. Can you believe that? He's getting ready to transition from full-time to part-time. And then after that, we're going to offer him a buyout where he's going to go from part-time to just a contributor at some form of capacity. Sort of like a Jason Whitlock when he was on network television. You know,
don't ever
liked him.
Put my name in the middle of that jackass. He is a true dickhead.
Y'all perfect. Yeah, I look at Jason. Y'all are perfect.
He's a dickhead on steroids. I'm just a dickhead.
Dickhead.
Got him.
There's levels to it.
Got him.
Yeah, there's levels to it. It's time for episode 60's edition of Coach Bryant's Unfiltered. Brianna, just listen and take in what he's saying. But then again, don't listen. But number one rule, don't cut him off. Because if you cut him off, he's going to turn into an angry black man, which is good. But only I can do that. So it's episode 60's Brian Garvin's Unfiltered.
Well, as you know, the potential college rules are going to change. When you play five, it's five or five. It used to be 5 for 4, but now you can play 5 years. And the NCAA, and you got Saban basically going to Daddy and getting Daddy to put in an executive order, which now the NCAA has to follow up with it because they don't want to hear Daddy say something because they ignored his executive order. So now you get ready to have some shit happen all over the country. This is not just affecting the college game. It's affecting high school too, and it's affecting elementary. And everybody's want to sit there and say, how does this affect elementary? Because the rule changes when you have your young darlings, your young athletes sitting there and they're holding them back a year so they can kind of wait till they hit 19 and 20 and now you're delaying the process. Oh, that's getting ready to go blow up in the air now because the rules is getting ready to change. It says your clock is going to start at 19. Regardless of wherever the hell your birthday is. If your birthday is in October and you turn 19, your college clock starts and you're in high school. How the fuck they gonna get that off? It's going to be unfair. It's going to be all balanced. So they solved the problem and created another goddamn problem. And I'm like, it's not making any kind of sense to me of how this systematic thing. it's an easier way to get it done. You know what I mean? Just make it one simple. As soon as you step into college, it starts. Go back to it. But now they get ready to create more of a fucking fuck up, as they usually do. That's my take on that.
What about the pay?
So, did we lose Bryant?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
So Brianna asks, with this, what about the pay? How does that shape NIL?
Well, the pay is going to get capped eventually once they fix that part. So they're going to put in there.
Which is bullshit.
Which is also bullshit because you're not capping the coaches. Nothing's happening to the coaches. How the fuck do you get $98 million and they sit there and they call it Kurt Signetti, which he coached me and I coached with him, and they paid him $98 million, and I'm going to go on a limb and say this shit. I know Coach Sig. I know him not well, but I know him well. It's his assistant coaches that can coach. I'm just going to put it right there. I've learned more from the old NFL guys from Temple when they came back and they individually coached me and did all that. I learned a lot. That's what made me a better coach. With those guys that was there present at Temple, it was a struggle because they really didn't know what they were doing until later on in my lifetime. And I figured out that they were really not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So knowing that as an older man, and now they praising Coach Signetti, maybe it's gotten better, but his assistant coach is doing a hell of a job. But they still shouldn't be getting $10 million, $20 million, $15 million, $5 million, and these kids are being capped. The coaches need a cap. They shouldn't be allowed to move every year. Pay them enough salary where they stay in one solid. Because I'm not going to give you my son, and then next thing you know, he's going to have 4 fucking coaches in 4 or 5 years, and then expect him to go to the NFL, or the NBA, or the National Baseball. It's not going to happen. You know, you got 4 different types of styles. So how do you develop yourself with 4 different? That's like developing a quarterback with 4 different coaches. State art of confusion. So all of it, not just sticking to the players, all of it has to get fixed somehow, some way. You got Rutgers sitting up there, over budgeted by $78 million, whatever the hell it is. It's off balance. It needs to get fixed. You know, have teams moving out of conferences because they can't afford to stay in it. NIL is all crazy. I like the system. I like the way they go, the thought process, but you had a bunch of stupos that sit back there that didn't make everything work conjunctively. It just didn't. They just threw it out there like hotcakes. You know why they did it? Because they've been fucking up since 1983 when they started with Proposition 48. And then now it doesn't make sense. So fix it.
I think this will continue to be an ongoing headache because for the folks that are at that table, and I mean that round table at the White House, they will do whatever it takes to put structures and things in place to prevent anyone from outside that circle to benefit in a much largely financial way. I will say it again. I don't think there should be a cap on NIL. I believe there's enough money that the NCAA generates a year, which is billions. That is enough to go around to all the conferences and then some. I do believe that the NCAA will continue to ignore these matters because they don't want to treat the student athletes as employees. Because once they become employees, that is a whole nother thing that the NCAA doesn't want to happen. We sit here and say that the transfer portal is this, the transfer portal is that. There should be some structure in place in terms of transfers. A player should not be able to transfer every year. He should not. Players should be able to sign contracts, 2-year deal, 3-year deal, whatever, with a buyout option. There's so much money in college athletic. It should be a buyout option for that particular player if it doesn't work out in year 2. or year 3. But what we keep not saying and want to forget and ignore is that this all hurts high school athletes that are 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever, because only the top cream of the crop actually goes out there and recruit. And that's John Calipari, for example. He still recruits 4-star and 5-star high school players. The rest of the country can't speak for them, especially Power 5s. I mean, St. John's just went and got a 23-year-old from Spain. You think Rick Pitino is going to be at Peach Jam looking at the next generation of high school athletes? Hell no. But this is the mindset and the mentality that this chaos has caused. And I don't blame them because everybody's trying to win now. We've got away from developing players. We've gotten away from guys having 3-4 year careers at these collegiate programs. Those days of that happening are over, but people want to forget it. So you have guys like Nick Saban, who has no business dipping and diving and double dipping in college basketball when he's been a football coach. This is the stuff that has to stop. I do believe the NCAA should have a commissioner for the football side, and I do believe it should be a commissioner for the basketball side. 2 people that are very, very well resumed and pampered and polished for the job that can lead the NCAA. But with all the money that's going around in college athletics, player eligibility, that shouldn't even be like a priority. I mean, stop allowing 24, 25. Stop allowing guys to stay in fucking college for 6-7 years. That's the problem. I mean, there was a player this year. I'm not sure if it was Purdue or Auburn coming into the tournament. He had been at the program since 2019. Since 2019.
He's probably not passing his classes. I mean, seriously, he has to get a degree too, probably.
There's somebody there was 8 years. It was 8 or 9 years.
There's just no way. That's part of the problem. I mean, last time I checked, you get 4 years eligibility, not 7. I mean, yeah, you get a redshirt year. Granted, if you have some off the court issues or injuries or whatever, great. That's 5 years. 7, 8. Shit. Give me opportunity. Fuck.
I told you, I got 1 year left. I got one. I didn't use it. I didn't even use it. I got 1 year left. I'm going in the damn portal. Broken back and all.
Bree, this is where you come in at for this upcoming segment. One of my favorite, if not my favorite. It's time for episode 60's edition of Rewind of the Week. And I promise you, I won't be like Brian on Unfiltered. No holds barred. Here we go. Let us pray. Dear God, do it again. Amen. Now, for what I'm about to say, I know it's been long overdue. I've tried to wait to see how the story plays out, if it's true, if it's bullshit. I waited because you guys know I'm diehard New England Patriot till the wheels fall off. We know Mike Vrabel is a former player, Super Bowl champion. He's won 3 of them there, being our head coach, leading us to the Super Bowl and losing to the Seattle Seahawks. But they say in the world of sports, to be able to take it, you got to be able to dish it. But I've been quiet long enough. And now that Diana has officially resigned from her job, that tells me everything I need to know. Now, let's talk about some of the facts in this situation, this scandal. Let's call it a scandal. Let's call it the Gabriel Diana scandal. And look, we know these two have been screwing around since Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. It just came out, but we know that the real. And there's a lot of other female reporters out there who are double dipping also. But those stories may never come out. So I'm not trying to throw Diana under the bus. Hell no. They both are married. But the way Diana had been talking about her husband on national airways and national television over the last few years made me question, why the hell did you marry the man in the first place? Because there is no way I'm married to a woman and my wife is going to sit up there and bash me and say all these different things about me on air, knowing that you got to come home to me. I don't know what kind of husband she got, but that motherfucker need to grow some cojones and step up and put his foot down. Flip side, Mike Vrabel, I am not disappointed in you, I should say, in some degree. But how sloppy this was. You at a resort and you're on a rooftop and you know there are cameras everywhere. Even if you don't know the sport, you know that's Mike Vrabel. Shit, just had his team in the Super Bowl in February. Now, Diana, on the other hand, you've seen her on ESPN. You've seen her now with The Athletic. You've seen her pretty much be in the world of sports as a female reporter. And at the end of the day, once she resigned, and all the pictures that came out, they were aired in Arizona. These folks are married. This is very messy. But Mike Vrabel does owe an apology to the Patriots organization. He damn sure owes an apology to his wife and to owner Robert Kraft. I think he'll be fine overall. His wife would be crazy to divorce him. Be crazy. Now, Diana's husband, he's just as dumb as somebody who don't know what to do while in a marriage. So I'm sure he'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, Mike Vrabel has to step into the locker room with the players and explain himself because they deserve it. And if you don't know, from the picture that was previously played on the slide before with Mike Vrabel and Diana at a Coldplay concert, which it wasn't. It was the CEO. But to the next post where you see is me. I'm actually in Nashville. That's funny. I'm in Nashville. I was down there for a bachelorette. Boy, did I have a good time. But this person I was walking to, he had the sign outside the store that said, if you're having a bad day, at least you didn't get caught cheating at a Coldplay concert. Well, I'm going to rephrase it. If you're having a bad day, folks, at least you didn't get caught on a rooftop at an Arizona resort having pictures taken of you while you both cheating on your spouses. That's the new flyer right there. But all in all, Vrabel's 50, Diana's 43. They both married. They both have children. But you screwing around at an NFL league meeting with other 31 other 31 teams, coaches there, other 31 executives there, other 31 front office personnel there, and you don't think the media is there? Paparazzi, reporters. I mean, clearly this had to have been going on for some time because he was in Tennessee screwing around with Diana anyway. But I just don't know. If you're going to screw around, and I'm not a fan of screwing around because I've never cheated on any of my past partners. They can tell you. I might just call them up and invite them on an episode one time. It'd be an episode of me and my exes. I don't think that'd be a good idea though. But at that level, and I know why some of these reporters have access to different things and information that other people don't. I see now. I understand it. I've been understanding it, but now this is all full circle. Wise man once told me, never shit where you lay. Never shit where you lay. And I've been in those predicaments where I've almost made the wrong decision. But wisdom led me through. And I understand how good it may sound and think how good it may feel, but don't do this ever. First off, you get married, there's a vow, you're committed, you make that, honor that, stand on business, and honor your word. But if you're going to risk it all, at least risk it all with somebody that's better looking than Diana, because God damn. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm going to risk it all. I mean, if I'm going out swinging, not that I would ever do that. I would never cheat on my woman or future woman or partner. But first off, that's a choice. That's two people making a choice. That's not an accident. It's not alcohol. That's a choice. Meet me in the garage. Meet me there. Meet me at my house. Meet me at the trap. Meet me somewhere. Whatever. That's a choice. But I just don't know. I would. This is just bad. And with Diana officially resigning from the Athletic, this won't go away easy. And Mike Vrabel's got some answering to do, because ain't no booty in the world that good to be sitting up there on a rooftop, casually hanging out, touching and grabbing and feeling, and this is supposedly a head coach with a reporter. That don't align. That's mixing business with pleasure. And sometimes it's a gift, but in this case, it's a curse. That's all I got for Rewind of the Week, because I'm disappointed in my head coach.
Never shit where you lay. Here's the thing. Why is he not fired and Sharon Moore is fired?
Whoa. First off, that's where you went wrong. All right? That's where you went wrong. Okay? Mike Vrabel won't get fired for this because of clearly his relationship with the owner. Number one. Number two, he won't get fired because he just took his team to a Super Bowl. That's number two. Number three, it's going to be a public apology to the players, to the organization, to the league. And I don't think he should lose his job.
Oh, wait a minute. So the basketball coach, what's the name for the Celtics? He lost his job.
No, he's a dumbass.
I know he's fucking retarded, but still.
Because he was screwing around with an employee in the building. And he was dating Nia Long, which makes him more of a jackass. I would never cheat on that. I would never cheat on that. No.
I hear you. I get you. But at the end of the day, no matter who it is or where it was or where it may be, it's the same thing.
Bree, what do you think of this? Give it to me from a woman's perspective.
About what?
This whole scandal. I mean, both are married.
He should get fired because he's cheating on his motherfucking wife.
Well, he got to deal with that at home.
Still. You don't want to hear from my perspective.
I do. I want to hear it.
If I see any of that on TV anywhere, I think they definitely should get fired. Actually, I think they should get killed.
Ooh. That's a little too deep for me. Whoa.
I'm fucking
Whoa.
Shit.
You have to have some type
of
you're some type of public leader.
Death?
You are leading a team. You are supposed to lead your family. You're leading yourself.
Death?
You need to have some type of integrity. If you cannot have no type of integrity, or at least fake it, you do not need to be in that position. And and also you need to be smart. If you're gonna cheat, you definitely don't need to do that. That's stupid. That's stupid.
But so why does Vrabel keep his job and the other two are gone?
I feel like it's simple as this as well. That's a fucking white man. Okay? That's a fucking white man at the end of the fucking day. It don't fucking matter. That's a white man.
I like her.
He can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
That was my fourth point, Brian, but I want to let her say it.
Just say, hey.
That's a white man. I mean.
So, but wait, Bree, how do you say if a man cheats, he's got to die for that?
If I catch my motherfucking husband,
catching,
he needs to get shot in the motherfucking head.
Oh,
okay. I'll be fucking. That is terrible. You are breaking a vow. He needs to get shot. He needs to get fucking shot. You want to sit up there over the ramp? You want to lay over the ramp with another woman?
Don't ever say I was the worst over here. She beat me. I'm done.
No, hey Bree, we got a co-host seat open if you want to put your application in. If you want to put your application in, we started looking. Okay. We started the search tonight. The search officially begins tonight. Because public service announcement. Solo shot, Chris, please.
Oh man!
For any man in the world, global as well, in all 50 states, if you consider shooting your shot at Miss Brianna Meeks and you make your basket, and you end up in a relationship with Miss Brianna Meeks, there's only one rule. Don't cheat. Because if you do, your ass be 6 feet. Ryan? Lightly. If not, there are consequences for your actions. That's what I got to say. God. I might have. Hey, look, Brian, man, because if Southern women like Brianna, first off, can I ask you a question? Unpopular opinion question. Have you?
Wait. First off, it's Brianna.
Brianna, same family, but Brianna. I'm sorry. No. I don't know. No. Brianna, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
Okay.
No. I don't want no. After what I just heard, I will get your name right forever, for everlasting on my days on this earth. Brianna, I apologize.
Get your name right.
Brianna, I apologize. I apologize.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Look, because her attitude is fitting. I'm laughing my ass off because I know how they are in Mississippi. They off the damn hook. So I'm laughing so deep inside because my whole damn family is just like that. So I know we're related. But carry on.
And we are. Stop playing with. Don't ever play. Don't ever.
She's not lying. She's not lying. I'm telling you, she's not lying. They shoot each other all the time. So go ahead.
That might just tell me maybe I shouldn't date a woman from the South because I don't want no trouble.
Oh my God,
Bree. So Bree, let me ask you: have you? And I just need you to be honest because I feel like 99.76543% of women always lying when it comes to this question. Now, the 3% that's remaining, I do believe they are out there and they exist, and they are truthful. So, in your existence, right? Have you ever cheated on a man?
No, because I never had a serious relationship. Nobody's ever been good enough for me to be like, that's my man.
Is that right?
That is absolutely correct.
How old are you, Bree?
22.
No. All right.
Is that right?
Yep, motherfuckers don't come correct. So,
All
Hey,
right,
man.
all right.
Look,
All
look,
right.
you need,
I appreciate the honesty.
you need a 30-yard six.
I know what.
A 30-yard six. She know what it is. Oh man, yo, that shit is crazy. Oh man, oh my god. I got a 30-yard six upstairs.
really?
Yes, I do. I got a double barrel upstairs too. So I
I
I
need to
get
see
it.
that.
Well, I got a few choices.
Nah, you gotta come to Baton Rouge. It's
I'll come see you. I'll come see you.
Yeah. You gotta come to Baton Rouge and see how it is.
What you say that? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, everybody carry. Everybody.
Matter of fact, you need to come to Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yeah, everybody carry. Kids carry.
Yes, you need to
Well,
come
I heard.
see.
Well, I've only come to Louisiana to see you. I'm not coming down there to be in a war zone.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just saying you can come right along. We can go to Lower Third. We can go by Peabody. We can go by in Baton Rouge. I mean, I'm not from Baton Rouge, but it's ghetto. It's the hood.
Oh,
I grew up in the hood. I've lived in. No. I understand. I understand their hood. Trust me. I have had friends go down there and get their shit tooken.
Oh, for real?
I know what it's like down there. Okay.
Okay.
I just need to know, Bree, if I'm with you, am I good? Because my protection is here. I can't bring that. I can't bring it with me.
Don't be trying to try me.
Well, why would I want to do that?
Niggas be trying.
Oh,
but you're not a nigga though.
Please,
You're
thank
not a
you.
nigga. You are not a nigga. I think you are a nice young man. Wait, how old are you?
No. Change that. I'm a nice black king. All right.
Okay, you're a nice black king.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
But people
all right.
be trying.
You know what?
So
all right, I'm gonna call you after this episode. We got some things to discuss.
Okay.
Got some things to discuss. She said N-word. She said
what's up?
I do.
Okay, maybe that was inappropriate for the I'm sorry, but
no.
It's anything
niggas
goes.
gonna be niggas. Niggas gonna be niggas. I don't know what you
Tell me why, and like, why do you believe that? Is that just from your experience? That's because from like folks from Louisiana. Like, what makes you say that? Is your like tell me
I
why?
feel like
I'm learning.
Okay, I feel like some men, they just gonna try it just to see how far they can go, and that's just what it is.
Well, that's everywhere.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I get tried all the time because
is that right?
That is why I do get tried.
Okay, you're a hot commodity these days. Okay,
I get tried. They think I be playing with them.
Now, when you say you think they be playing, what do you mean by that?
No, they think I'm playing with them, and I be dead ass. But I just be like, okay.
Like, you just shut everything down.
Oh no, I get on that ass after they think everything is okay.
Oh,
she got that Glock on her hip.
She keep it on her. She keep it on her. She'll put a hot one in your ass, and you be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh man, Monty, I swear to you, if before you hit the age of 30, you have got to go down there and spend some time.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I took you to Texas, but we got to go deeper.
Oh,
I'm gonna take you deeper. I'm gonna take you deeper.
I'm ready.
Please go to the city. Please go to the city. My friends, they don't play that shit either.
No, I know.
They gonna love me. They gonna love me down there.
Yeah,
Best
love
that.
you.
Yeah, they love you, all right. They'll rob your ass too.
Oh no! Oh no! Mm-mm.
No, that's only certain.
Oh, no.
Everybody not like that.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
like that, but some of
I
them.
don't want to go no place where a woman's gonna. Oh, because I have to. You know what? For the sake of this episode,
It's bad in New Orleans for sure. It's bad in New Orleans and Baton Rouge for sure.
Yeah, New Orleans off the heezy.
You
Yeah,
know
they
what?
are.
I know the type. I don't even have to meet her. I just know just by looking at Brianna.
Okay.
I don't.
Brianna.
Look,
Brianna.
I said it on purpose because I want to see a reaction. She gonna put that. She gonna straighten me out.
Yeah, you
But-
stick that over there.
Look, listen.
Okay.
I appreciate you. I thank you because you taught me something new today, and I'm happy you did. And I'm also happy you are being your authentic self because I feel like some cases they come on platforms like this and others they got to be all this upscale but you are you, and I appreciate you for being you. But just remind me to be nowhere near you when the dust is settled. I don't
No, baby, ain't gonna be no dust. It's not gonna be no dust. It's not gonna be settled. It's not gonna be none of that.
Oh my god. Oh man, yo.
And she's straight and she's serious. She is dead serious.
Oh, I know. I know related, and we got to find out because my entire family is just like that. Just like that.
Let me call
they,
my mom up and be like, "Do you know Mr. Bryant?"
Yo, they are just like that.
Brianna,
Men,
how old is your
kids.
mom, Brianna?
44.
Okay.
What's
all right.
your mother's maiden name?
Meeks. Tabitha Meeks.
Oh, she's a Meeks? Okay. What's your dad's
Yeah.
name?
Luther Taylor.
Oh, we related.
Luke, you're related to my father?
We related. Oh, where's Luther from?
South Carolina.
We related because I'm related to all the Taylors.
Really?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Look. Y'all can take the family
100%.
tree, ancestry.com, talk off
100%.
the episode. Y'all take care of that. But I'm gonna go around the room because I need to get everyone's final remarks. So Bryant, your final thoughts from episode 60.
I'm scared.
So am I. I know Chris is looking at this thing like, man, they better not bring her back up here again. Shit. Chris scared as hell too. Shit, because I know I am. You got me sweating in here. I'm
No, don't be
scared as hell.
Why would you be scared?
I'm used to it, man.
I'm gonna tell you offline why I'm scared. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because, shit. Well, Brianna, for the folks out there that don't know you, where can they find you? Where they can support you on social media? But first off, wait, before you even do that, I need to be a guest on your podcast. I'm saying that right now publicly. I got some things I got to talk about on your platform. I don't know when your next episode is or who your next guest, but you might. If it ain't nobody better looking or better than me, then I need to be the next guest.
Wait, so you're gonna come down here physically? You can come down here physically.
I would, long as absolutely. I would, yeah. Yes, I would. Tell me ahead of time so I could, flight and place to stay, hotel or Airbnb, whatever. Make sure I'm good. Absolutely, yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would. You look publicly. Look here, you ready? You have my word publicly.
All right.
I'm a big believer in, a person's actions got to line with their words. Words is great, but if there's no action, it's just words. So I'm just have to prove myself once again to let my actions align my words. So you tell me when. Planet prepare it, and execute it. I'll come down there, no problem. Absolutely.
All right.
As long as I know what I'm walking into.
Down here.
Yeah, as long as I know what I'm walking into. All right. Like, I need to know. What I mean by that is, right, like you have a show you run, you topics, you have your planning purpose. Just tell me ahead of time so I can think about my thoughts on the plane and when I land. So when I get to your platform, you get the Monty authentic best. Because I ain't going to be up there acting all corporate. I'm going to be up there acting like I belong in the South.
Oh,
have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that. Okay.
I'm going to bring some of this Jersey swag with me for you.
Yeah. You do that and see how they mix with some crawfish.
Well,
you don't like crawfish?
Oh, man.
I'll be honest. I've never had it.
What?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we have to get some crawfish.
Oh, you might change my life, huh? Crawfish. I hear it's good. I've just never had it.
It's very good.
All right. Well, for the people out there watching, where can they support you? Where can they find you on your social media platforms? And what is one thing you would like to leave for the world for 2026?
Follow me on TikTok at BrieOnTheBeat1. Follow me on Instagram at Breetastic_news. And follow me on Instagram at Are You Going Bald Podcast. Bald is spelled BALLD. Facebook is Are You Going Bald Podcast. And what was the last thing I have to say?
What is your message and motto, or something that is important to you in terms of for you in the year of 2026? Like, what's your motto for this year and why?
Damn.
My bad. That wasn't in the script.
No, it's okay. My motto for right now is graduate. Get that shit done. That's my motto because I'm ready to get out of school and I'm ready to see what I can do in the real world. So that's my motto right now.
Chris, give me a 2-split screen with me and Brianna.
Brianna, motherfucker.
Brianna, give me a split screen with two of us. Bree, let me just say this. I enjoyed your presence tonight. You are welcome back anytime, despite some folks that may disagree. To hell with them. They don't make the decisions I do.
I hope they don't disagree.
I love your charisma. I love your energy, your swag. I love your knowledge for the game. I know that you are going to do well in this thing we call life when it's all said and done, post-college career. And if there's anything you need on your journey, you know exactly where to find me. I gave you my personal number, not my burner number. I meant my business number. Sorry, did I say that?
Your burner number.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I have two phones, but one's business. Really is nothing like that. But what I will say is that we have been blessed to have women in sports, aspiring women in sports, reporters, broadcasters, people that are behind the scenes from the producing side, people that are on air. We've been blessed to have multiple different personalities on this platform, and it is an honor and privilege to have yet another one like yourself, kicking ass and taking names as a journalist, as a broadcaster, as a voice in sports media. So I just want to say thank you. I just want to say hugs and kisses and love, big love to you down there. And I look forward to coming down there and doing an episode with you, having fun with you and your crew. And it's going to be a great time. And thank you for creating time for me because, again, we didn't know each other prior to the last week or so. But we were able to, that's energy, that's divine alignment. That's just knowing something good when it comes and when it happens. People know when things just don't align or just don't fit or may not work out. But I'm just grateful for you. And I just want to give you your flowers while you're here and tell you thank you. And thank you for allowing me to pour into you and for you to have a voice and a presence here on the Rewind. So welcome anytime. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate you. Black queen that you are.
It was so sweet. I almost cried. Like, Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is my first time. I was a little nervous, coming up in here, but um, I really enjoyed it. I learned a couple things. I would love to come back,
Anytime.
and it's actually an honor to be on somebody's podcast. It's so nice. It's so put together. Um, Very professional.
Yeah, we do that.
I look up to that. So thank you for having me,
Absolutely.
and thank you for making time for me to come and being patient with me.
Yes, I will continue to be patient with you because, like I said, there's a co-host seat that we're looking to fill. And if you want to put your name in the hat, go on ahead, girl. Go on ahead and do it. So, but no, pleasure's all mine. I think I make it look easy, but it's a team effort. With Chris and Pat and the crew, from the production piece to the organization of a script. Sometimes we don't follow the script. Sometimes we go left. That's just the nature of sports and having a platform like this. So the fact that you were able to come on here and be loose and be yourself, that just speaks to how good of a host I am. And I appreciate that because,
you are. Y'all are both.
A lot of folks come. No. The hell with Brian. All right. He's an old angry black man. All right. It's me. All right. The captain. All right. And look, at the end of the day, a lot of folks have come in here nervous, overwhelmed, and left joyful and eager to go out there and conquer the things that they do in their world. So that's what it's all about here in the Rewind. And baby, you're welcome to come back anytime. You just tell me when, and it's done. It's done.
Okay.
If we got 3 guests on that episode, we're gonna make it 4 just for you. It don't matter. That's the love that we pour into the women in sports on this platform. And Bryant knows. He knows the women we've had on here. So it's always an honor and privilege to have a woman's voice because y'all are right in some areas and some things, and then there's some other things that a little questionable. But you saying the fact that if a man cheats on you and you going to kill him, I will reconsider that. Because it ain't worth doing 25 to life for a man that cheated on you. But if you catch him, there's many more other torturing things to do than kill him. You could, I'm not gonna say what they are. That women are crazy. I don't give no ideas, but I'm just saying, take it for somebody like me, right? I had a friend. She was crazy. I probably shouldn't even tell this story because she knows me and I know her. But it's whatever.
Friend.
We were friends, right? Actually, we were friends. We can put it as friends.
Heard that.
She liked me as well as me liking her, and we had an understanding. I think that's the beauty of life is having an understanding with someone and having a conversation and being intentional. Now you could say and do all those things, but women have feelings and catch feelings faster than men or whatever the case may be. So long story short, she knew a hangout spot that I would go to occasionally. And I was with my best friend and the place I was at, the fire alarm goes off, right? Because how folks is with hookah and all this shit. They just going crazy, having a good time. And the fire department comes. I say, let me go to my car because it was kind of cold. I got my jacket. And I walked to my car. I had 19 stabs around my tire. Ooh, boy. I told myself I would never do that shit again. Ever. But anyway, stay focused, stay committed, keep crashing, keep crushing, do what you do. If you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel at 3-1_GST3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at 3-1_GST3. Week in and week out, we do this thing, all thanks to you, the people that support this thing week in and week out on all of our platforms, audio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. You guys pour into that. 1,000 downloads, small wins, but I'll take it. Thank you for all you do in supporting this thing. We're going to keep this train rolling that's going into next week. So, we're going to be in the same place at the same time on the same platform. Who knows? Maybe Brianna will send me a little high spirit message before next week's episode to make me feel good, but also give me the clarity that I need not to go out there and do things I'm not supposed to be doing.
Hell yeah.
Flip side to it, want to give a special shout out to my dog Chris in 1990 Studios for the work he does in week in and week out. Thanks to him. Thanks to Pat, the whole GSC3 crew, the family, on Facebook and all of our platforms. The love, the support, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. We'll keep this thing moving in the direction he's going. God's grace. And I look forward to bringing on Brianna's podcast. And wheels up. GSC3 wheels up. Going down to the South, baby. To the South. Pray for your boy. But we're going to have a good time. Same place, same time. Episode 61 next week. Brian, you cut me off. You know my rule. You just know my rule, and you fucking do it anyway. Did I cut you off about Unfiltered? I didn't cut you off with Unfiltered.
No,
I let you rock.
Brianna, don't
I
go
let
nowhere.
you rock.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
Look, your Ancestry.com shit and your family tree, that ain't going nowhere, all right? You take care of that off there. When I am giving my closing remarks, you sit there and you be quiet and listen.
146. Right? Let's fucking go.
You see, that right there is another reason why I'm gonna let it go. I will see you guys next week, episode 61 of the Rewind. As I say before every closing episode, I leave with you today. My married men, don't be like Mike Vrabel. Do better. See you next week.
Let's go!
I was checking out the scouting report, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach Tease. Yeah, we live with your boy Monte.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me,